campaign, a lot of opportunities for fun prizes and things because we're all about setting goals and trying to improve and get better at so many areas. And I've really enjoyed reading some of the amazing goals. I wish we had time to read some of those, but there'll be more time for that before the week is out. So goal setting is really powerful. Hands down right now, there might be time for some questions and answers at the end of our program today. But we're really excited again to have members of our student council, Neha and Ryan, who will be helping us with our special interview for our special guest this afternoon. So again, remember, don't scream. You might get excited, but try not to scream because that hurts people's ears in a room like this. But and if we do the zero noise signal, just remember to get quiet right away as you enjoy this afternoon. Well, we've had awesome guests at White Eagle this year, and the good news just keeps happening. We keep getting more and more guests who are doing great things and impactful things that are right here in District 204. So this afternoon, it's my pleasure to welcome a very important surprise guest. And right now, I want you to put on your listening ears as I welcome our guest to White Eagle.
Hey, White Eagle students. I'm excited to be here. Can you guess who I might be?
Oh, me? He's the voice of Nemo.
Let's hear some more clues.
I'm in a Pixar movie. I'm orange and black, and my best friend's name is Dory.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm White Eagle welcome to the voice of Nemo, Hayden Rolance. Now, kindergartners and first graders and second graders and third graders know when we watch an animated cartoon, there's people that are reading the scripts and acting and doing the voices. So this afternoon, listen carefully to our interview, and you're going to hear more about how this special young man from right here in our own community has been able to have such a great impact on this awesome movie that so many of us love. So listen carefully for our interview questions, and you do a great job of listening. We may have time for you to ask a few questions at the end. Take it away, guys.
When did you get started in acting?
Well, I got started in acting when I was 4 or 5 years old, and I've been doing it, and I've been trying my hardest ever since. How did you get the role of Nemo? What was the process? What was the process like? Well, here in Chicagoland, the director or producer of a movie asks certain people if they can do a certain thing. And for me, they just asked me if I could do the Nemo voice. And I tried my hardest, even though I didn't think I would get it, I tried my hardest and I ended up getting it.
What was the hardest part of the job?
Well, I'd say that the hardest part of the job was just the training and the practice for everything. It took so long for me to do everything. Like, I had to reject a couple of offers to, like, hang out with a couple of my friends in order to practice for this part. What was the coolest part of the job? I'd say that the coolest part of the job is being able to meet everybody, not only, like, the other actors that are in the movie, but I also love being able to meet, like, everybody that worked at Pixar.
What sacrifices have you made as you pursue this dream?
Well, as I said before, I've had to reject a couple of offers to do things with my friends, and I'm not allowed to be in any team sports or anything because they could ask me to do one thing and have it to do the next day. How do you balance school and acting being a middle school student? Well, it's really hard to balance school and acting because sometimes I have to miss days of school, I have to miss tests, and I have to make them up later days. And sometimes I miss homework assignments, so I have to do them when I have more homework due anyways.
What are your future goals?
I'd say that right now I just want to finish with my school education, and then I think I might want to pursue a career as an actor.
I think
We have time for some questions.
So I have a question. Can I ask a question, Mrs. Suchek? Where did you go when you had to do the voice of Nemo? Did you do it here in Chicago, or did you go somewhere?
Well, for the movie, I went over to California, and I went over to Pixar Studios and sometimes Disney Studios. But for all of the extra things like the toys and everything, they didn't waste my time going all the way out to California, and they just had me stay here in Chicago.
And then I'll ask a question. I noticed when the movie premiered, you went to the movie premiere and you walked the blue carpet instead of the red carpet. What was that feeling like?
Well, since it was my first premiere, I was really excited, but I was also really nervous. It was hard practicing for it. I'm still sort of nervous of bigger interviews today.
I think that's typical. All right, we've got some time for some questions. So let me walk around here and pick some kids who are sitting quietly on their pockets with their hands raised. And let's see.
What was your favorite part?
What was your favorite part of the movie?
Well, I'd say that I don't really know if I had a favorite part of the movie. At the beginning of when I was watching the movie, I couldn't really pay attention to the actual story, and I was sort of just thinking like, ooh, that line sounded weird, or other things like that. But eventually, I just get wrapped up in the story, and then I don't remember anything either. So.
All right, we have a question over here.
What was your favorite scene in the movie?
Your favorite scene in the movie?
Well, my favorite scene in the movie was, I think I just loved all the scenes. I just loved all the scenes. I loved the scenes when I wasn't in it. I loved the scenes when I was in it. I just loved the movie in general.
We do a question over here. You want to stand
Yeah,
up?
we're working on it. Oh, this is a good one.
What was your first goal as an actor?
Well, my first goal as an actor, when I did start acting, I was in kindergarten. So my first goal acting was just to be sort of successful. I didn't want any specific goal. I didn't want any specific role. I didn't want anything like that. I just wanted to be sort of successful.
All right, we got another question over here.
What part of the movie did scare you?
Scare you to do any of the part of the movie?
It didn't really scare me that much because I had seen the parts of the movie that I was in just to see how I should do all the different lines.
Okay, we have a question.
What was it like to watch the movie with your voice?
Well, it was sort of odd at first because I kept thinking like, I wonder why they wanted me to do that, and I kept getting like flashbacks to when I had been doing the lines, but eventually I just got wrapped up in the story.
All right, and cool. We have another question back here.
What's your favorite Nemo movie?
Do you like Finding Dory or the original?
I don't know. I think that the original is always better because the sequel is sort of bandwagoning off of the first one. So I'd say that I like the first one much better.
And what's your favorite movie just now, in general? Do you have a favorite movie that you like?
No, not really. I don't really have any favorite movie that I like. I'm not really a movie kind of person. I don't really watch many movies.
Who's your favorite character?
You have a favorite Disney character?
I mean, I like Nemo. I heard that he's very nice in person as well.
Good answer.
But in the movies, I'd say that I like Dory the best because she's just the funniest character that you can think of.
Okay, and here we have a request.
Can you do your Nemo voice?
Okay.
Dory, I thought we'd never see you again.
Oh, let's give him a good round of applause.
Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I like playing golf, and I like swimming, and I like just doing things that any regular kid would do. I like hanging out with my friends. I just love everything.
All right, well, see, does any of the adults have any questions? Okay. All right, let's put you on the spot here. What other acting jobs have you had that you might have seen before that we'd be surprised to know about?
I haven't really had many things lately. Probably the latest thing that I've had were just auditions for TV shows and everything, and nobody's gotten back to me for anything yet.
You must try out for a lot and not get it, right?
Yes.
And is that discouraging, or do you just keep going and know, like, I guess like Nemo, right? You just keep doing, you keep going, you just keep swimming. You keep going after it, even if you hear no and no and no, you just keep going after it. How hard is that?
It's really hard because sometimes I'm really discouraged by the fact that I haven't gotten a role in a little while. Like last year, I got maybe like 2 or 3 roles or something, and that was a really hard year. But I got through it, and I just kept trying.
And you and your sister are really competitive, so does it bug you when she gets a role and then you get a role, or is you guys cheering on each other?
It sort of goes both ways. I mean, of course, me and my sister love a little friendly competition, like, oh yeah, who did more roles, be it smaller or bigger or anything. But of course, we love cheering each other on.
Okay, cool.
Did you meet the boy?
Yes, I did. I did get to meet Alexander. He was really nice. He was really glad that somebody could carry on his legacy.
Do you plan on continuing like your acting career as you get older? Is this something that you feel you really want to do as an adult?
Definitely. I want to continue my career. At least, I just want to continue my career. But after like college, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm trying to get myself open to as many options as possible.
Okay, we have a question here in the front.
How do you do the Nemo voice?
Is there a trick to it?
Well, no, not really. It just takes a lot of practice. I had to watch the movie over and over and over again, just to try to be able to do the lines from the movie. And then they asked me to do lines that weren't from the movie, and I had to practice even more than the first time.
We have a question over here. Did you get to meet Ellen?
Yes, I did. She's a really nice person.
Is she really funny?
Yeah, she's very funny.
You guys know who the voice of Dory is? It's Ellen DeGeneres. You guys know who that is? Yes.
I want to know, what was your favorite part about the movie?
Well, my favorite part of the movie was I love being able to just do the voice. I love being able to just do the movie in general.
And here's another question.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
Wow. You guys know where he goes to school? Where do you go to school?
I go to Still Middle School. Still Middle?
Okay, and then we have another question over here, so I'll wait until everybody's quiet. Hands down for right now. Let's put our listening ears on. Thank you. Okay, here's our question.
How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Okay. How old were you when you did the movie?
I was 8 when I did. I was 8 when I auditioned, and it just ended this year in January.
Hayden? Unless you're Hayden, do you do any acting now at Still? Do you do anything with your middle school?
No, I don't really do that much with my middle school. Of course, I love trying out for the Stills plays and everything, but I don't really do much else.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah,
When
sure.
you do your part of Nemo, was the other person next to you, or were you doing your lines by yourself and they put it into the movie?
I was doing my lines by myself, and that was especially hard because if I say get a line incorrectly, and then they animated it and then realized I got it incorrect, then I had to do it at the perfect time so that the animators could do it, so that the animators could set it up.
Sorry, so were you watching the movie first to know how you wanted to say it?
Well, I was watching little sort of sketches of the movie, just the movie, at least of my scenes. I was watching little sketches of them, like very, very pre-animated, like circles going around the screen. And then I did that just to figure out what I should say and how I should say it.
Okay, and we have another question over here.
Who is your favorite character in Finding Dory?
Again, I'd say it's probably Dory, because she's just the best character idea anybody could ever think of, I'd say.
How did you get started with acting? Did you take classes when you were younger, or what got you started?
Well, I just started with modeling and just doing photo shoots and everything, but then once I got to be 4 or 5, I started acting, and then after that they figured out that I was really good at memorizing scripts, so we just ran with it.
What was your first acting job?
My first acting job was that I got was a commercial for Nightcore.
Okay. If there are kids in the audience and say their goal was to be an actor or an actress, what advice would you give them?
Well, I would say it takes a lot of practice, and you have to sacrifice a lot of things. Like, not only do you have to sacrifice your parents' time for them taking you down to places, you also have to sacrifice your time for practicing and just being able to do it.
Okay. Good advice.
Right.
So work
Maybe
hard.
1 or 2 more questions.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more.
What do you like to do at home?
Well, at home I like to do anything a regular kid would do. I like to play with my friends. I like to read books. I just like to do a lot of things at home.
And I think that
Anything else?
I know you guys all have a ton of questions, but maybe if you, as a class, if you were to write one question and email it to me, I can forward it to Hayden and he can respond and we can get that answer for you. So we want to make sure that you each have a voice and, get those answers. All right.
So just a reminder, Oh, one more thing. Hayden has been so kind. You see these up here? You see what he did to these? He autographed them. And you know what? We're going to be giving these away. So, what's our motto though this week? What do you have to do to win? Donate. Okay.
All right, so see all these goals that
Yeah.
you guys have writing, right? Thumbs up if you've written your goal. Okay, great. I see a lot of thumbs up. I see a lot of goals. They are so inspiring. I saw one. I want to play hockey. I want to work faster. I want to do. Let's see some other ones.
I love this one. Get better at cursive. It has to be a girl that probably wrote that.
A U.S. soldier.
Wow, that's amazing.
Stormtrooper. Gymnastics player. To get a point one day, maybe in some sport of some type. And be a teacher. Cool.
I know. There's one here from Miss Gerard. She wants to eat healthier. Don't we all as we get older? So right before you guys came in, we had student council down here. We had 6 members from Mrs. Kramer's class, and they were up here looking at the board and picking out goals that they liked. And I know there was a lot of great goals, but when we looked at the sheet to see if they were people that donated, they weren't highlighted. So if you have an amazing goal, but you don't donate, we aren't giving out the presents, the gifts. So what you're going to, yes, we have to donate. So in just a little bit, when we go back to your classrooms, you're going to hear all the winners from today. We have winners and stuff that we're giving away. And those are kids that put their goals up here, plus they donated. So now you've done one of 2 things, right? You put your goal here. What's the second thing you need to do?
We appreciate your support.
Yeah,
All right,
so awesome.
And then we want to thank you, Hayden, for taking time out of school, coming to talking to all of us.
You're welcome.
And signing the Nemos and signing photos. So we will, one classroom is going to be winning a signed autograph photo of him, and that's going to be given out on the assembly on Friday to a lucky class who scores a goal on Mr. K. Yeah. All right. So I guess we are all finished, right? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Was this fun?
Thank you. You have fun?
All right. Yeah.
So long, White Eagle.